Hello, good morning. I would say good morning, but Natalie, good afternoon. Are we?
Good morning.
Half of us are here, it looks like. And let's see, so let's see. We're still waiting for some people, but for the sake of time, I'm just going to get started. So, we're on our last day here, and you probably met with Carrie last Saturday, or have been contacted by her anyway, if you didn't. And if you haven't had a chance to meet with her for like a 30-minute session, you can go ahead and get one scheduled with her. And she's going to help you with your case studies. So that's what we want to see, that you have a grasp on the information that we've shared, and so that you can do this yourself without too much outside help or whatever. So although we're going to be meeting for 3 more months, another once a month for the next 3 months, and that's fine. Those are essentially going to be trainings, and we can certainly ask questions and so forth and get help that way. But so you can meet with Carrie now and just get further on the path of knowing how to complete the case studies, so that you can participate with the trainings then coming up with a full set of information and knowledge on how you're actually doing the work. So that's the, I guess, housekeeping 101, I guess, for today. So I'll open it up for questions. First of all, we can start with some questions, and we can go over what you're working on right now, what you've come up against, anything that's you want to make a comment on or have a question on. This would be a good time to bring them up now. All right. Alrighty, so if anyone wants to, has a question about a case study, they want to talk about it right now, we can do that. We do have an agenda for the day too, so we'll get into that afterwards. This is going to be a short one, so just kind of more of a wrap up, and what we're currently doing and working on, and what's to come. So it's your chance right now to ask questions. Hey, Diane.
Hi. I was working on my cat because his personality has changed drastically in the past couple days. Well, actually, maybe it's been about a week now. And I did, all the clearings that I could find on him, but he's still, I'm thinking there's another influence in the house with the other cat. So I think that might be the issue. And so if I'm not seeing any results in what I've done, should I go work on my other cat?
Well, let's find out what you did. What kind of clearings did you do?
Okay. Like everything. I cleared him for trauma.
Okay.
And I did get his life force up to 100%, but I cleared him for trauma, for grays, alien type 4 zeta reptilians, reticulans. The emotions were, the ETFs, I cleared that. The EBP and cords.
I feel that there's still, there's like a couple transmortals there.
I didn't get that. So is that under that's the entity part, right? So transmortals?
Yeah.
Okay.
Transmortals. And
yeah,
the rest of the chart too. There may be something else on there. But a couple of the transmortals I feel is there. Yeah.
Okay.
And then check the anchors too, so that we can clear, what the little homing devices, if they left any.
Oh, well, I did. Well, for what I found, when I found grays, I found that the emotion was hatred and the anchor was a wormhole. That's what I got for that one.
Okay. And I'm finding there's Alien 7, Men in Black. and some alien one, those iguana,
Gosh, I didn't guess yes for any of these.
and entities,
Okay.
alien reptoid entity.
I'm sorry, alien rep. Oh, the reptoids?
Called chameleon reptoid entities.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep. And then demons, check for demons.
Is it possible these have come on since I did this the other day? Because I did not get any of these the other day.
Really? Okay. They
And I
may
tried
have,
numerous times.
really? Okay. They may have. Were they there the other day? So not necessarily. So check the other cat. Did you check the other cat?
I haven't done him fully yet. I only did him a little bit.
Okay, that's what I would do. Since they hang out together, I would check the other cat and clear them both at the same time.
Oh, can you do them at the same time or?
Well,
Oh.
yeah, I would.
Okay. Okay, so would I just do an intention statement for both of them and then try to do the clearing that way together?
Yeah, but
Okay.
you check them individually because one might not have the same transmortal as the other one, but usually they do, but they don't necessarily have to. Or maybe one has 3, one has only 1 or something like that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So
Yeah.
basically start all over again with both of them in a combined.
Yeah, because usually if
Intention.
there's something going on with a cat or a pet, I find that there's usually the attachments. Or something, it's having to do with heat or something like that, but or a past life.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, so then I'll go that route then.
Okay, because I had a dog I was working on once that I found that the origin of the breed had something to do with it. And how they were bred originally and so forth. So I traced it back to that. But that's because the thing was spinning in circles at the door. Yeah, so like what could cause that? I would check for entities first, of course, but that was part of the breed, something. So that's what I would. Maybe other people have more experience with pets or animals, but yeah, that's.
Hi, Carrie.
Carrie too. She's
Yeah.
got interest in pets too, so
Okay.
that might be something you want to talk to her when you get on a session with her if you haven't already done that.
Oh, she's been a great help so far.
Oh, okay. All right. Wonderful.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Thank you.
Oh, yeah. My pleasure. Anyone else?
I have a question about when we finish our case study, do we email them to you or what do we do?
Yes. Yeah. Go ahead and email them to me. Actually, you can email them to Carrie first, and then she's just going to check for anything that's that just kind of pops out. And if you need to just correct something, really, whatever, she'll just send it and say, hey, I could, recommend maybe you do this or that, and then you can just correct it or do whatever that part over or something, and then send it back. That would be good.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah. Appreciate that. Yeah. And Judy, we got one from Judy, and it looks fine at what you did, Judy. So the only thing that would be recommended would be to be just a little bit more clear with the intention statement. So where you have blocks to receiving clear and accurate responses when dowsing, you could make that an intention statement like what we talked about. So to the ability to have optimal information, receiving optimal information, clear, concise is how you put it there. Letting go of suppression, domination, and control, something like that, right? So whatever it is that you want. Yes, it could be blocks to whatever. So the intention is to let go of all blocks to receiving clear and accurate responses, something like that. So just kind of articulate the.
Okay, thank you.
So yeah. Otherwise, it looks very comprehensive. And you've got 2 here because you've got the blocks to becoming a non-emotional observer. So that could be another intention statement across the top of that page too, right? So
Okay.
what you intend for that one. You just want to, redo that part and then send it back. Or send it to Carrie and then, yeah.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, perfect. Yep.
The intention statement, is that about us or is that about the client?
Whoever, yeah, it's about the client, whoever this is for, whoever you're working for, yeah. Or on, whoever you're working on. Yeah. Yep, so, and you could put a first name on there if you want to, it's not necessary. But actually it would be better if you could put a first name, or initials or something, that way we can read, go over what you sent in and we can know, hey, this might be clear for you, but it might not be clear for the person that you intended it to or something, right? So for us to be able to get a reading on it, like, okay, did that person really have that? Yes, they did. Okay, so you actually did clear it. Yep. Okay, good. Yeah, so put a first name or initials, I guess would be okay too. So that'd be nice. All right. Let's see. Any other questions about case studies? Dan.
Since I've already done this for my cat, can I submit what I did do, or do I have to redo the whole thing again before I submit it?
Well, I would probably want to check back with the other cat. And
Okay.
yeah, just because the cat won't be clear if we just read it now. You know what I mean? So it would, unless you clear the cat now. But I would do it again. Just check the other cat first and then, note that on your case study that the other cat had this, and that, and I wasn't able to clear the subject cat until I could these things for this cat. So that would be more thorough.
Okay.
That would be more realistic of what you actually did and had to go through the steps you went.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. So
thank you.
Don't be afraid to make notes on these either, in comments, like I noticed this, or, this didn't clear very quickly. Was there something else that maybe I could look at, or, whatever it happens to be the observations.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah. Yep. So, so if you haven't met with Carrie for your session, then get with her. There's, I guess, an email she put out. So just reply to any of the emails and just request a time. So, and then I shared the other emails with you, or Carrie, I guess you put out an email on that last week with everybody else's contact information in it. So if you want to, just reply to all, and then, whoever is interested or has the time or would like to, have a study buddy, go ahead and, reply back and just say, hey, I'm available, or I'm interested in working with somebody, and go ahead and reach out, because this would be a good time to do it too, right now.
So, Marlene, could I ask a question about that?
Yes.
So maybe I missed it, but that's the first I've heard. Are you saying we're supposed to meet with Carrie to go over our case studies?
If you want to, yes. Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yes. She'll have a session time for you, like 30 minutes. You just go over what you're doing and clear things up and get a better handle on it before sending it in.
Okay.
You can do it that way, yeah.
So I had a couple questions. Should I wait and do that with Carrie, or
you can ask now? Yeah, we've got time right now.
Okay. Do you want me to share my screen or not?
Sure. Yeah. Do you have the button to share?
Yeah.
Okay.
Let me just see if it'll allow me. You have to. Yeah, I think that's okay. So, I'm kind of new to this whole system, so I just wrote down the things that you said to do on the sheets. So I checked myself. This was for me. So I checked my life force, and then I was like, this is interesting. So what do I do with this? So I just wrote a comment out here, when I had questions. So I was feeling like really sad. I was having a rough time. And so I was like, oh, good, I'll do a session on myself. So then I was just like, okay, I don't know what to do with this, but I just set the intention to raise it. And so that's one question I have. Do you want to talk about that before?
That's when I would look for any entity attachments.
Okay.
Yeah, and see if there's anything that comes up that way that could be that, because that's what they do, is take life force. So if
Okay.
life force is down, that's what they common that they
Okay. So I mean, obviously that did come up later.
Oh.
So then spirit embodiment under the chakras. So, your chakra core, that page was so different than kind of what I'm used to or whatever. But basically, so I just went through the chakras and said, okay, which one isn't happy? And I got 7. I didn't do more with that. I don't know if I should have, but I did go back later and retest, and it was kind of, that's my terms, like, right, are they in, are they out, do they all test strong? So should I have done more when I got that chakra? Should I have gotten like a level or a percentage, or would you?
Yeah, I checked, like, if you got, okay, so something might be off with number 7. Well, just say, okay, so what's the reading on my crown right now? So then get a reading. Is it, 80%, whatever it happens to be? And then, well, the crown is not really, doesn't really spin. So you can just intend that you're clearing it, from however you want to do it, whatever works best for you. So yeah, so then get it up to 100%. And if you can't, then yeah, go into other areas like, okay, so should I be looking at emotions then? So go back to that chart that, where do I start? So maybe you can't start there. Maybe you have to go to the emotions first. Maybe you have to go to thought forms or something else to clear it. Just say, well, what is it that's holding this down, holding this back? So you can make a separate clearing statement just around that item,
Okay.
So what is it that I can't get this up to 100?
Okay.
The different questions. Yeah, so each thing really could be a new statement if it doesn't want to clear right away, or something sticky there that that just doesn't feel right. Why isn't it going? So yeah, so that's good.
Okay.
And you can check the rest of them too. Like, okay, if 7 is off, well, maybe I should check the rest. So what's 1? Okay, I'm getting 90%. Or what's my solar plexus? I just do a quick check of them all.
Numerically, because I checked all the chakras, and that was the one that kind of whatever wanted the attention, right?
Oh, sure.
Like the others were like strong, weak.
Oh, okay.
And so then I said, I usually ask, do I need any more information? So anyway, so then I went to the, my issue that I was feeling was sadness, and like I'm used to just getting a severity. So I got, okay, 6 out of 10. And then what do I want? And so then I did, permission, right, and ability to connect to my higher self in a place of love, light, joy, and service.
Okay.
Letting go of domination, suppression, control. Started at 72. At the end, it got up to, and then what's blocking that? So then I went in, is it this chart, this chart, this chart, this chart? So the first one I got was entities. So, and then I got the entities, but I just got the type. I didn't do, and should I do? I guess this is a question. I mean, that did show that it cleared, but do you think it would be more helpful to know? So I got the type. I think I did ask, do I need to know more? Because sometimes I wrote that down, but I didn't do like what you were just saying for Diane of, I have sometimes like the emotions would come up, but I didn't do like how it got in there, like mechanism or
the anchor. Okay, if there was an anchor, yeah. So check for anchors and see if something comes up for that. Yeah, absolutely. because you can let go of the entity, but if you don't check what could have been anchoring that in, then it can just come back that way.
Okay, so you always check the entity and the anchor?
Yeah. And so on the chart, the entities chart, there would be the entity, the name, and description, so forth. And then it would say anchors. And then there's, implant seeds, that kind of stuff. And then there would be emotions.
Right.
So the general emotions. So now if you see that something's coming up several times, like frustration, for example, it's like, okay, what is this with frustration? Is there something more I should know about? So you could go in and actually take that aside and do a separate little intention off of that. Just like, so what is it, the ability to whatever the opposite of frustration is, you could put it in there, letting go of frustration and blah, 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 blah. So what would be blocking that? And then you can come back and see, okay, so I've got maybe some emotions, I've got something, and find out what that is too. So then you can clear that so that it doesn't have to keep continually coming back that same thing.
Mm-hmm.
Or why you're in that emotion of frustration, so maybe there's something that you need to clear around frustration then.
Okay.
Yeah, so you can drill deeper,
Okay. And then on this emotion chart, emotional thought forms, and then that came up. And then, so I just asked, do I need to know more? And I got no. So I just cleared it however you said to clear it. And then the negative emotion charts came up with empty and exhausted.
Oh, yeah.
So I just cleared those, and then I kind of retested, and I felt a lot better. So this chakra was then happy, and then I wrote those numbers. So
yeah,
and it was pretty quick.
Okay.
And then I retested, and then I was like, okay, is there anything I can do right now to do this? And I got like, nope, that's pretty good considering everything that's going on.
Yeah.
So that's what I did. So you would just suggest asking more about the anchoring. And sometimes I did get emotions here, but I think on this time I didn't. But other time when I did the entities, I'd get entities chart. I got 3. And so then I was like, okay, what pages? There's so many, right? There's like 15 pages. So page 5, page 10, page 12. So page 5 was type 4, risen demons, implants.
And that's a good way to do it too, actually. What you just said, what page could it be on? And then just get a response. Okay, go to page 5, and then certain pages. I like that too. So instead of testing every single one, yeah, that's good.
Anyway, I guess I'm just checking to see that this is, if you have any suggestions, but I could go over it with Carrie.
Yeah, I think you've got a really good start here. This is very good. And so this is what you want to do. So you're definitely on the right track. Yeah.
Okay. And I guess, I wrote a note here because when I was reading it, I didn't remember this part, but basically whenever you write the intention, you use kind of this preamble and this finishing, permission, right, and ability to.
So in the middle, you could have words like to enjoy optimal health, or 100% energy, or something like that. So what the best of, right? Whatever that happens to be for you. So yeah.
Okay. So for like this,
more descriptive, being very specific on what you want.
Okay, so for her, I wrote, because she was feeling nausea and headaches, so I just said to feel healthy, energetic, and to feel good.
Yeah. So yeah, for example, like vitality, to enjoy optimal vitality and wellness, or yeah, um, feeling 100% energetic, or those kind of words. What would be the opposite of having it? And then letting go of nausea, letting go of headaches, and um, you can word it that way.
Okay. And then the spirit embodiment and life force. I thought this was interesting. So this was the same here, but on my other one, for me, it wasn't.
Oh.
Do you find that that's similar or not?
Not necessarily. No,
Mhm.
but it does have a correlation. Definitely does, but they don't necessarily have to be the same.
Mhm.
Yeah. So how did Marilyn get a result? Did you get a result from Marilyn?
Yeah, she said she's feeling better.
Oh, okay. Nice.
Yeah, she was actually, she went to get a COVID test just to make sure.
Oh, gosh. Well, skip the test. You can do it. And so that could be a comment that you could do too. Is what's the result? Did you get a result for the client? And if so, what or comments from the clients, or what they said or felt.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah. Okay. Anybody else?
Hi, this is Preeti. I'm sorry, I had Zoom problems, so I was just a little bit late. Are we just showing our case studies and what we got and everything?
If you have questions right now, would be good. Otherwise, I do have an agenda for the meeting, but Carrie is also going to be doing a session with you too. So if you have
Okay.
something you want to go over with your case studies with Carrie, she's you can meet with her.
Okay, because I met with Carrie.
Oh, you did? Oh, okay. All right. Well, if you want to share one, yeah, you want to share one?
Yeah, I have two that I did. Let me just see if I can share my screen. So the first one that I did. Can you see my screen? It's not coming.
Starting. It says you have started screen sharing. Did you select?
Yeah, I did. Can you see it?
Not yet. There it goes. Okay.
Okay. So the first one that I did, they're both on me. The first one was abundance and prosperity. And so for my intention, I just said I wanted to clear and maintain, like wealth, prosperity, abundance in my life, and to have positive emotions and thoughts. And because normally, like when I think of something, I just think of something negative right away to sabotage it. So I want to and to make money effortlessly and have it be enjoyable, increase monetary income by doing things that I enjoy and not really have to work for my money, know my worth and have value. So I like put up my life force, and then I had like blocks to shame, wealth, and abundance. We sort of checked for these things and cleared some of them. And then for guilt, I was like getting rid of guilt for that thing you had, like moving forward. And so this was my intention to have do this, and have the right permission, be fully myself, express myself, let my soul be free, happy. The number that I got was like a 94, and then I just cleared it. I somehow got an 84 on that. I did like spirit to body connection, to be embodied. I thought I cleared it. And then some of the interactions that I was going to do, like just think of all the things I can do and experience with money to like, and have that intention to have it come in. Outer actions like thank money, like when I send a check or pay a bill, and then look at my bank balance and just feel joy about it. For my wealth set points, these were the numbers that I that I got, well, and so this is just what I came up with it, like the 7,000. I'm just gonna, and I just said, okay, well, I'm just gonna, if this is what I got, then this is what I got. I'm just gonna thank it and say, okay, this is where we're gonna start. We'll go with there. And I put in like a set point for a yearly income, and I did this, and I was gonna put for net worth, and I just couldn't come up with anything, and I was blank, and I was like, okay, well, that's fine for now. I don't want to be limited. And so like that is what
Pretty
huh?
more like a starting point. Like where is it? It's more or less in your perception of how much you can have. That's really what your set point is at this moment. So it's more like a beginning point, right? So where am I today? What's my perception say I can have on a yearly income? If it's not what it's saying it can have in 2 years, it's what it's saying I can have. What's my yearly income? What's my set point? So it may say, well, it's like 100,000. Okay, well, is that what I want? I want more than that. Okay, then that's when you do the clearings to clear for more than that. But this is a set point in your perception right now, what you can have. So it will come up with something, set point for net worth.
Okay. Okay. All right.
Your mind knows, hey, it may just have like a million. Like, a lot of people just have like a million or whatever. Whether it's practical or realistic, doesn't matter. It's just whatever your head thinks.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's just kind of finding out, like, well, this is interesting. This is what my body thinks I can only have this much.
Okay.
Yeah. So then the clearings then around it will help you to raise that. Then you can check after you do the clearings. Check for, okay, so what is it saying now? What does my perception feel about this now?
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So that was my first one, and then for my second one, I did. This is just about like my body, because that's where I figured I had to start with, and it was to maintain my life of force and body at full capacity without ever having to think about it, letting all energies that are below mine just like move past me, and to maintain like maximum intuition and knowing. And um, so I raised my like I kind of feel like I have to do this every day, but I like raised my life force to 100. So like when I did it that day, this is what I got, and I got it up to 100. And then I went through like the clearings. I'm like, okay, what did I get for these numbers? Did I clear it to 0? And then I was just kind of going through that chart that you had shown as a sample, and this is just what I was the numbers that I was kind of got.
We're not seeing, if you're showing a different screen other than the set points, we're not seeing it.
Oh, you're not. Oh, okay.
We still see set points, so maybe you didn't move to the other. There, it's starting. It moved.
It moved.
Yeah. Okay. To maintain my life force and body at full capacity, case 2.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
Without ever having to think about it. Hey.
Yeah. And then letting all energies that are below mine just like go past me, because I seem to just take everything in like that's negative and not the positive. So I wanted to clear that, and then to maintain my maximum intuition and knowing. And so and then I did my life force I went from 84 to 100. These were like the results that I got for like my entities and stuff. And then like on your sample you had like for adrenals and so I was like, okay, let me just see what numbers like I get for this. So I just sort of tested it, and these were the numbers that I got, and then I tried to kind of do liver and do these, and so these were just some of the things that I was going to clear. So this is what I came up with for my other one.
Okay. All right. So did I give you like a vitality clearing? Did I do that? Clearing for vitality? If not, I'll send it to you. It's so it's an easy one, and you can even do this for kind of starting out with a client if you'd like, So you could kind of copy what I had too, and similarly with the statement that you have here, and then just see if there were things on this vitality clearing that you could incorporate into your case study as well,
Okay.
because that's going to obviously life force and full capacity. That's, that's the vitality thing. So I'll send that to you. I'll send it
Okay.
to everybody. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. So yeah, you're doing very well. Yeah. I didn't check all the, check everything over, but,
Okay.
but yeah, it's, you've got a good start there.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Okay.
And then what are you letting go of though? So you want to, okay. Oh, I see. Letting all energies below mine move past me. Anything else? So maybe letting go of any energies that would be, instead of below mine, or less than whatever, be specific what that would be.
Yeah.
Less than a frequency of whatever, 500 or something like that, or,
Okay.
and then too, it's really, you don't want anybody's energies. So it would be maybe protected from
Okay.
the energies.
Okay.
Yeah. Something like that.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah. Just kind of tweak the intention. So just, we want to be specific. What is it that we really want? And what do we really want to get rid of?
Okay. Okay. All right.
Yeah. Really good.
Okay. All right. Thanks. Thanks.
Yeah.
So, okay. Can you get out of here?
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, that's really good. Okay, anybody else have a case study or a question, comment, and then we'll move into a couple things we were going to do today.
Marlene, I have another question. It's Diane.
Hi, Diane.
Hey, sorry. Every time we do this, are we supposed to, I know our life force, but are we supposed to do our chakras and auras every single time?
It gives you some insight.
Okay.
Yeah, because that's where your energy, it's showing where your energy's off.
Okay, so but essentially we need to follow this list that you gave us, that 2-page list all the way through, or like up to, so check your chakras and check your, well, you mentioned the kidneys or bladder and their chakra 2 was low, but you just get your findings on that. And then is that where you put in your intention statement? Because I feel like I kind of missed that. I didn't do the aura or the chakra before I did the intention statement.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I think starting out, it would be really good to do the chakras and the aura layers, because it gives you perspective and it gives you clues.
Okay.
It really does. And that's pretty much how when I started doing this, I remember just doing the chakras and the aura layers. And then I was like, wow, so that's low. What's going on here? And then I could see, well, that's low too. So then I can start putting together pieces and getting information that way. So
Okay.
It's for information gathering and just giving you somewhere to start.
Okay, so do that part first and then do the intention part and look for the entities, etc.
Yeah, exactly. So you could, you can do just like we had, where do you start? And let's check here. I have a process where to start. Let me share this again. So yeah, what we had on here.
Okay, because yes, it's just some of the stuff I wasn't quite sure, where to put that intention statement, because I was following that one page that you sent us, and then I was also looking at the one that you'd sent over with your findings, your case study. So I wasn't exactly sure, but I'll redo some of it. And then I guess my next question is, you go into finding or looking at your different organs, but since that isn't that level 2, should we still do that just to get percentages? Because we can't clear that, can we?
Well, you can start by just intending that you're gonna, get the energy up or something like that. You could.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then, sorry, last question, bringing your spirit back into your body, is there a specific way of doing that, or just basically your intention to make that happen?
Okay, so we did these slides on that, and
there was definitely one for spirit back into your body.
Yeah. So with this
Okay.
one, body ownership. Did you get this one?
Oh, Okay.
Yeah, so this is where we did body ownership, and this is the clearings around that. So it's already, you know, ability to achieve and maintain full body ownership. It's a really short.
Okay, so if you get less than 100%, then go through this list and clear those things to get it up to
Yeah, I
100.
would clear all these things anyway.
Right.
At least
Okay.
go through it once, you know, so that you can say, hey, I cleared all this stuff for body ownership. So now
Okay.
if you have an issue, then maybe it's just something small and you don't have to like reinvent it every time going, okay, so I didn't do the full clearing, so now I'm just doing pieces of it here and there.
Okay.
Whereas if you just do it once, just go through it.
Okay. Thank
Oh.
you.
Yeah, because then you'll find that if there's something stuck, like it doesn't clear right away, then you might have a clue as to, you know, somewhere else to look, right? So so do all that. Yep. And then and DNA, I was gonna do that one, so I can check on that for you guys, but let's see, who am I? What does it feel like? So these are other clearing statements, really. You know, so what could be blocking to be happy and live completely in my body? You could say that one, or to be loved and know love on the deepest level, or to use your brain and body to its fullest capacity. Those could be intention statements too. So you could say, well, what could be blocking that if there's other areas that need to be cleared? After you do the whole clearing, you can see if there's other differences in stuff that comes up if you haven't already cleared it. And then you can let go of challenges, right? So to you know, letting go of betrayal, abandonment, unable to own my life, being controlled, invaded, dominated, or entity attachments. So these are separate ones you can just sketch out and see if what comes up for you around body ownership. And then so the ability to exist as a spirit in your body, to own your life, that's big, and fully express in all areas. So then these are the things that you can check for there. And so it ends there. Yeah. And then the light body, this is what we wanted to cover today. So a good segue, we can just kind of go into that, unless there was another question you had there. Did you want to continue with where we were with the?
I'm good.
Good. Oh, okay. All right. So yeah, simply follow the process where to start if you get stuck. Okay, so then you'll see where you need to be next. So your light body, then this is the raising our frequency of vibration, and we were going to work through this so that we could know where we are today as a group. And let's see where we started. Write that down. Were we at 700? I think I wrote 700 down. Is that what we said? All right, so we're about 930 right now as a group. So let's see if we got the whole clearings complete. Let's check. Maybe about 75% complete. Light body. All right, so we can continue to work on this, and then I'm going to continue to work on this too. I want to make sure we got everyone up to like 1,000. That's what I wanted to do. So is it bloodline? Bloodline seems to be, if everyone wants to just kind of do this right now and work on bloodline for yourself, and then we'll check at the end and just see where we're at. Seems like that one's one that did not get complete. Atheist thought forms as well. So we've got bloodline. Thought forms. Timeline's energetic, feels like an agreement. So let go of any agreement to be in the dark. Okay, so your light body, not the dark body. So let's see, bringing in light and your spirit into your body. So this is that grounding exercise, that meditation that we did, where we see that little mini me. So you can go back to, I don't know if it was day 1 or 2 or whatever it was, 3, where we did the meditation, and then it's like envision your mini me on like a little carpet, and then we lower her into your body, going in through the different areas, right? So you could play that back too. And so then you want to clear for all of these emotions. So this deception, I still get that's in there, and that would make sense too, because that's the dark stuff, right? Deception is of the dark. So you could that could be obviously blocking the light. So I got that still there. Anxious for some reason. That's on there. Apathy. Hatred. Blame. Greed. Hurt. Neutrality. Okay. And there may be something other for you, but these are as a group, I'm just kind of looking at it. And then so for the dark energies, checking this stuff here. Reptoid 5. Iguana. And demons, they'll probably say no, but then you check again and you could get yes. Other dark forces. So you can check the rest of the sheet here, but I'll just put other. And I'm going to help clear for this stuff for you. But if you can come back to this chart and make sure that we can get this up for everyone too. Okay, so karate chop. And that's the removal of dark energies. That's for the dark energies. That's for this stuff, right? It's karate chop. The other you can just do just the regular. Right, so yeah, so this is the regular, Diane, just regular, or however, wherever you feel that, that groove, wherever you feel it, whatever works for you the best, however you feel that, that's what it is. And you could even do like, if you use a pendulum, you can even do like a swirl of a pendulum. That's what I'm referring to with a swirl kind of thing anyway. So that's one that's for a basic. Thank you. And then you have for the right twist, that's this one. Okay, so that would be on your entities chart. There's a whole bunch of them that would take the right twist. So you're going to be doing like you're twisting to the right, but then you're coming back and forth, right? And so sometimes you feel like it needs to go fast. You're just kind of like ripping something out of and letting it go. And then shooting dice would be more like with your palm up. Okay, and so that seems to be more efficient in some cases than others. So if it says to do that, again, this is the hand movement for that. And then the karate chop, wherever it feels comfortable for you. It's more like this. And sometimes you just got to kind of beat on like the entity stuff, right? So, and it's not like we're trying to battle the darkness. We're not. We're actually bringing in light. So you're intending that the karate chop is bringing in more of the gold energy to let go of the darkness, right? So that's what that is. And then sometimes you're going to do, if it says double, like this one on the bottom here, double amp, that's just the basic one, but you're just doing it with 2 hands. Right, so it's just kind of like that. So that's the light of cell activation. So you can intend that at the end, and then just go until you get to 100%. Just find out, you know, so you're actually lightening up the cell. So you're bringing light in to the cell. So you can actually say, you know, you're bringing in gold healing energy into all of your cells, and you can see that, and you can just do that while you're sitting there, and then just until you can get it up to 100%. So that's where we're working with this. And then I'm working on the DNA for you, but this is to intend that we're going to shift up to the 5th dimension with our DNA. So whatever that happens to be, and that's when I bring in the highest and best from God, source, right? So that we, whatever that version is, right, the highest version. And then check if it's at 100%, and that's that shooting dice we were talking about. That works best for DNA and a couple other things. So the ability to, and I don't like the word remove, I like to let go, ability to let go of all DNA information that is holding your body and being to lower frequencies, not in line with joy, removing darkness, domination, suppression, and control. So pretty, that could be similar to what you had on yours, to get your you know, life force, and to let go of all, you know, you said frequencies or energies below mine, I think you said, so this can be part of it, right?
Okay.
Yeah. To lower frequencies, not aligned with joy. Yeah. Because joy was higher up there in the frequency chart. So if it's lower than that, then that's what you want to let go of. So that's good. And then hydrate. Yay. Okay, so so we'll check that again, and I'm working on it. So if you're gonna, you know, just kind of intend that you're gonna be working on it too a little bit, and then we'll check back on our next meeting. We're gonna meet next, well, for the next 3 months. So we'll choose a date and see that this is done. But my intent for you is that it'll be done before then. So we'll just pretty much verify that we're all at 1,000 by then, right? So let's do that. And this will make your clearings easier for you to be in that higher frequency. So that's why it's important that we have that done. And then we'll share to here again, and okay, so that's this. Yeah, so we want to get to 1,000, right? Clearings to raise our vibration to improve our healing gifts, and definitely that's the reason that we want it up. It is definitely going to improve our ability here and to live in a higher vibration life, to be able to come from that joy space more easily. The maximum amount of power behind your intent is yours at a higher frequency. So whenever you require it, state your desire and simply receive. So it's much, much easier to be out of the suffering stagnant when we're up here. Yeah, and that's where we intend things and they come to us. Yeah, absolutely. So yeah, so then we were talking about getting your session booked with Carrie if you haven't talked with her already and you want to go over your case studies. So then if you've already done that, or, you know, we do have a 1-hour session that we're going to do together. So when you feel that you're ready and you want to go ahead and get your session booked with me, just send me an email, or you can send it to Emma and she'll get a spot reserved for you. So that might be a better idea. Just write support@yourbodypower.com and Emma will find you a space. So just ask her to book your 1-hour personal session with me. And this is where we can go over really whatever it is that you feel is, you know, where you think you have maybe a sticking point. If there's something that we can work on together, maybe we can find out what that problem is. If and there can be reasons, you know, like past life stuff that, you know, for visibility, and you know, we've cleared that for other people, you know, in this same type of class where they couldn't do the work, right? So, and why? Okay, well, we found out there was a couple of things going on from past life stuff, right? So it can be things like that, that it's not just you. Don't think, well, I can't do it. I can't, you know, it's something wrong with me. It's not working. It will work. There's just something that we just need to look at and clear. So we can go over that in your session 2 for you and get to the bottom of things. Wherever the sticking point is, that's where we're going to find and clear it so that you can do the work, and you should be able to. Of course, there's been a lot of past lives, especially if you've been a healer before in another lifetime. There's probably things that have happened to you. So let's get those out and clear the energy around it. So let's do that. And then we're going to try and get the slide to move. Okay. Okay, so then plus we're going to meet once a month, like I said, for the additional 3 months to learn more training protocols. I do have one that's more, you know, more comprehensive on the wealth clearings. A lot of things, a lot more clearings we can do on that if you want to. And I did do the module on business already, but I can send you some topics that we can work on, and you guys choose. So I'll send you a list of topics, and then if you want to say, hey, and since we're going to be meeting for 3 more times, you might as well just do your top 3, you know, like out of this list, this is my top 3 things that I want to, you know, get training on, right? So then I'll take everybody's comments, and then whatever the top 1 is, we can do, you know, do that with our next session. So, okay, so top 3. So let's decide on a date then. We might as well get a date chosen.
Marlene, I have to get on a 9 o'clock call. What time are we going till today?
We're almost done here. Yeah,
Oh,
I just
okay.
wanted to cover everything here. Yeah, and you can get the replay for the rest of it, Claudia, but it's just more or less where we're at, what, you know, getting everybody on board to be caught up and so forth. So, so just get your session booked with me, really, is where we're at with, I think, where we're at, Claudia. So, okay, so dates. Let's look at, I guess that would be May. And let's find out what you guys think about, let's see, we could do May 7th is available.
7th is good.
Excuse me?
May 7th is good for me.
Is it? Yeah, okay. Yeah.
I will be working, so it depends what time you have it, whether I'll be able to attend or not. It's Diane.
Okay. All right. Well, what hours are you available?
But you know, I'm a 9 to 5 job, so I'm on the East Coast, so it would, you know, I wouldn't be available until probably like 5:30 or so on EST on the 7th.
Oh, okay. So what about the 8th?
The 8th, I'm open.
How does everyone else feel about the 8th? It's a Saturday. Any comments or can't do it, sir? Well, let's choose the 8th, May 8th, Saturday, May 8th. For our next training.
At the same time?
Yeah. Yeah, we might as well get it in, you know, in the morning, and because then too, we've got Nathalie's in France, so it's like probably 6 p.m. already for her. So to get any further out, we're, you know, asking her to give up her Saturday night. She could have fun here instead on a Saturday night.
I won't go dancing, Marlene, this night.
You won't be dancing?
I won't go.
You won't? All right, well. Okay, well, maybe we can put some music on and we'll dance here. Celebrate your Saturday night for you. All right, so I'm going to block that off. So the 8th, do that.
It's the same time, right? 10 a.m. like Central Time. Is that
Yeah.
what we?
Yeah. Yep. Let's do the same. So 8 for the Pacific. And this will be. Okay. Got it. All right. We're on the calendar for Saturday, May 8th, same time as we've been meeting. And we'll go over, I'll send you the list so you can send me back your top 3. So very good. All right, now. Okay, so if you are interested in doing the physical part, this is what we train in the level 2. And the people that have gone through this, it's so much more comprehensive because then you can actually go into the organs and the glands and the actual body parts, because I give you the full protocol on how to do that. So it's advanced. So that's why I want you to be sure that you've got your case studies done. And as long as you do, you'll be fine. You'll be able to come into level 2 and just start with, right where we start. So this is going to be the detox organs, which are the liver, colon, kidneys, and bladder. So we're going to go through and actually do the regeneration on them for you in the training. So you'll know how to do it, you'll learn how to do it, and then you'll actually have the experience of feeling, what's going on a more thorough level than if I just do it for you. You're just like, oh, I feel it, whatever, or I don't, or something, but you'll know exactly what's going on. So then you can do this for yourself or, a family member, and then obviously, to be able to do it for clients then too afterwards. So, and then the endocrine glands, we're going to do the full adrenals, thyroid, pancreas, thymus, parathyroid, and ovaries. So those are the majority of your body's glands. And we're going to do the regeneration. Well, there's clearings that obviously have to go on first before we can get to the regeneration. So it's the stuff that we were learning already. You will use your same charts and you will go through and find out what's blocking, full function of these glands and organs. So we got to do those clearings first, and then we're going to go into the regeneration. So there's a process and steps and so forth to get to that. And then DNA. So this is a good part of it because there's things that are stuck in our DNA. So if we're doing clearings, but we just can't get it, just something doesn't go, it just goes back to what it was or something like that, then you've got some programs in DNA, and that's where you can deprogram the source code. Timelines, so did this happen before? Are we on some kind of loop? Is there triggers that are making things happen? Are there traumas from past lives that are in the way? And a lot of times that's, you're going to find fate. Yes, there is a lot of times. So we'll find out how to tap into and getting into past life stuff and clearing it. Wealth and business, some more around that. And then raising your frequency. Well, we're going to have it at 1,000, but in this level, we can raise it even more. And then if you want to do any joint venture, co-partnering with your body power, there's an opportunity to do that if you'd like. And I do have some people that are doing things with the company and, or, doing session work, that kind of thing, or doing readings, that kind of stuff like that, right? So there can be opportunities for you there. And then there's a certification there too. So your body power, higher power is what that one is. So we're doing the certifications for you right now. So as soon as you send in 2 case studies, I will send you first of all, send you the PDF in an email. So you'll have your regular certificate. Okay, so you will get a certificate, and I'll send you the PDF in an email first, and then as long as I have your address, then I can mail you the physical copy. Okay, so then you can frame it or do whatever you want with it, but you're going to get the actual certification of level 1, but this one will be for a level 2 higher power. So this one starts May 21. If you're interested in learning about that, you can get with me during your 1 hour or whenever. You can just email and ask more about that. And definitely would like to see you in that one. We have some people already in there. So, and then don't worry about how this is going to overlap with your other regular monthly training. We're still going to do the training protocols for you so that you do have the actual protocols from the next 3 months that we're going to be working on. So whatever you choose to work on, those are just going to be things that you can add to your toolbox and know how to do the trainings on, so that you'll have the protocols for them while we're working on new stuff in the physical, and as well as past life stuff. And there's going to be separate host trainings from that level 2 as well, so we can go on to some higher things physically, do some more physical protocols and learn more about that. So you'll have a pretty well-rounded toolkit for pretty much doing everything I do, right? So there wouldn't be a whole lot more. Well, what's not included in this one, I'll just say right now, is the brain and nervous system. So if you want to go on to learn the brain and nervous system after that, that's like super advanced, and I don't want to just throw it out there and without you knowing all of this stuff first. Really, you got to know all this stuff first, and then you can do the brain and nervous system. But it's just really, you got to be real articulate. Yeah, so I'm just going to kind of leave it at that. But that would be the only things that aren't included in here. So knowing everything else is where you want to be. So yeah, well, we can take a little break here, but I don't think we're going to actually take a break, because we're just going to kind of follow up with where we're at today. So actually there is a page, and I'll put this in the chat box. Good for the 8th. Okay, good. Thank you. That's the link to the page for level 2. And it may say November dates on there. I don't think my web guy changed the dates on it yet, but know that it starts on May 21. Oops. Chat box. Yeah. So that's the information and what's included and so forth. Actually, I could show real quick just the screen on that. Yeah, so that's the agenda, the timelines, the DNA, removing blocks, overrides, bloodline, getting a little deeper in that. So the detox organs, and then clearings for the organs, themselves that are the elimination type organs. And then day 3 is the endocrine glands. Here's all the glands we're going to cover. And then you're going to get into hormones and know how to do the hormones and stuff too. And then we're going to do the vibration again. We're going to get even higher, higher level, higher power level. And then there's actually 4 follow-up meetings afterwards, 4 monthly meetings after this one. So I think we already covered that. So then this is, yeah, so then this can go into more of a, if you're looking into do more of a healing business, this is definitely, you can include a lot of stuff that people are going to require, right? So, I mean, if you come up against something like saying, hey, your adrenals are really off and it's not going to be a full clearing with the vitality and so forth for somebody if you don't do their adrenals too. So that's how, you know, the physical is going to come into being. So you can do all the clearings, and you know, most of the time you're going to get a great result and so forth. But if you find for somebody that they have fatigue really bad, and, you know, it's going to be on the physical level as well. So you can't just do clearings only, although for some people you can, but if just depends if they're really compromised, you know. I mean, if they're at 80% adrenals, then probably just fine, you know, whatever. Just depends on what your reading is. So that's where the importance of that would be. Okay, so then I have just a reminder to send this thing back. This is the user agreement. I emailed it to you. Some people don't have a like a scanner, and so to be able to, you know, print it off, sign it, scan it, you know, re-upload it to an email and send it. Some people don't have the capability of doing it. So if you can just reply back to the email, just stating, yes, I agree to the user agreement. Here's, you know, consider this my signature and date or something like that. So you just reply back and say that, then you're good. Okay, so that's what we just require. So we got most of them back, but there's just a couple out there. Anything else? Okay, so this is the vitality, I guess. So let's, I'll just send that to you. So that's that vitality clearing I mentioned, and I'll send that. Another thing is to look at this chart and make sure that this one is complete for yourself. This control, suppression, domination, clearing. Yeah, you're going to want to complete suppression. You're going to want to complete domination. You're going to want to complete control. And then at the bottom here, held down, held back, it's on its own. All right, and then here's the visibility, gifts around, you know, using your gifts, being seen, being heard, right? So making sure that you've got this whole clearing complete for yourself. This is real, I can't express how you could be different after you do these clearings, but you are, because we have been controlled and suppressed for so many lifetimes. This is definitely going to let that energy out and lift you up. So this is part of that light body, actually getting out from under the suppression, right? So how can you be light and high frequency when you're still being controlled and suppressed, right? So we don't want to be in that frequency. So let's go back, I guess, to here. And I guess that was the last slide I had. Okay. All right, so that is what I wanted to cover today. And if anyone else has anything to follow up with that, let's talk about it now.
Marlene, it's Diane.
Yes.
So now I'm wondering, I feel like I need to scratch everything I've done on my cases and literally go and, you know, get all the way in my body and clear every chakra and aura and do exactly what you're just saying right now with the suppression before I even start trying to do the other stuff. Is that the case?
I would certainly want to have the clearings for suppression, domination, and control. However, they could be long. They could, you know, take you a long time. I mean, depending, right? And I don't want to put that out there that it's going to take you a long time. But out of the comparing the other ones, this is probably a longer one than some of them could be real short and quick. And it's only because it's just so big.
Okay, so I don't have to wait to have that completed before I can start on the cases, because I did do 2 cases, but I feel like I need to revise them now.
Well, you can certainly, I would definitely want to go back and do the light body. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
I would do that part first. And then at the same time, you can start the clearings for suppression, domination, control, and then just maybe just kind of keep it up, you know, keep it out. However, if you have it printed off and just kind of keep it with you, maybe work on it over a weekend, you know, like, oh yeah, that's right, I'm still clearing this. Yep. So where am I now? Oh, good, I may move from 20% to 30, yay, or whatever, right?
Okay.
So maybe by the next following weekend, you move from 30% to 40 or whatever it is. Just kind of keep it as a steady open project until you get it complete.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, good question. Yep. So then here's the vitality. And if this is not what I sent you guys before, I will send this to you. So this is the, perception is a big part of it. Your thought forms, having the right mindset, and looking for hidden stops in the fields, programming you for less than awesome, vibrant, energized results. And then you can address the emotional brain in the ability to be happy, energized, and vibrant consistently. So that is part of the brain work, but let's just see here. You could probably intend that you are clearing emotions in the emotional brain. But so then you have basic rights. So you could say, you know, the right, permission, and ability to be happy, to live a joyful, vibrant life, to own my experience or have my own experience, to exist, to feel feelings, to have pleasure. All of these things can actually be separate clearing statements, or you can group them all together, you know, and have a longer clearing. But those are definitely things, again, along with that control, suppression, and domination chart that you can work on. And you will notice a big difference in yourself by working on these things. So clearing that with a focus in perception on all your basic rights, which are listed above, then removing the suppression, domination, and control. So these are the things that you're going to look at to clear under those, and there may be more, but that's just kind of to get you started. And then right, permission, ability to experience vibrancy all day, every day. These are things you're going to look at. And you can also go into, besides these emotions, you can go to that negative emotions chart, and there may be a whole lot more that's weighing you down, right? I mean, we have sorrow, you know, that kind of stuff, lonely, down, hurt, right? But there could be a lot more emotions on that chart that you can come up with that you'd be surprised, oh, wow, that's what's been holding me down. So the right suppression, or right, permission, and ability to enjoy 100% life force at all times to leaving my body. So these are the things that you can look for life force. And I think that says chopping is okay. All the things here, and then reset spirit connection to self. So again, that would be the part where you could do that mini me on that carpet, and you're lowering her into your body. So resetting your spirit all the way into your body. Life force reset by activating the connection powerfully from spirit to body. So a life force reset. So really that does work. So the grounding meditations that we did at the beginning of our sessions, go back and do those. That's what this is. That's what this means. Right. So then checking your life force afterwards, and it should be at 100%. If not, just get it up the rest of the way. And then tune up for your energetic body can include, well, not so much that, but chakras, nadis are just smaller chakras. Your aura layers and meridians you can do. You can include those too. The energy body can add such vitality if it's tuned to 100%, and can mysteriously leaving you feeling low and sluggish when turned down on low. So, you know, tune up, give you the steps to staying that way for a long time. So then here's a vitality clearing for your energy body. So this is law of attraction. Oops. Chart. Okay, so then you can look at these different things. So this is perception / thought forms. And then you have DNA. Yeah, so these are the things. There may be more. There may be other things off the other charts that come up for you. Oh, and this is a meditation I did. You could, you know, I think I have this. Oh, here it is. Okay, so I will send you this. It's the recording of this. So you could listen to this and do it yourself. So Actually, that's the link, so you can just take the link and download it. So that's what that is. So I'll send this over to you. So this is a little bit more expanded version if I didn't get you. Okay, I put it under here and vitality. There we go. Okay. All right. So that's what I wanted you to have out of the class. So, so you've got what you require to get in a very high state of frequency and being able to do your very best for not only yourself, but whoever that you choose to work with. And you will be doing this work. So it feels that, I mean, even if you're just doing this for yourself to get your own body and you know, mind or whatever in shape, you know, congratulations for you, because that is more than most people on this planet are doing. A lot of times because they don't know. We haven't been told, we haven't been taught this before. So this should certainly be things that we should have been brought aware of, you know, as children, but they don't teach us. So, so yeah, congratulations for, you know, stepping up and helping yourself. You wouldn't believe the gift that you are. And so by having the higher frequency, you don't even really have to do much more if you don't want to, because you can be in a beacon of light really for wherever you are at. So in your city, in your town, or wherever you may travel, you can be that stable frequency around you and around the people, and it sends out this energy to others and gives them a feeling of what's possible for themselves too. By being that example for others, they will know that that's well, if they can feel like that, maybe I can feel like that. What's their secret, or how, you know, get them curious or interested, or in just having that realization that it's not all on this level. There's people who are living at this level, and there's an example of that person right there, right? And then besides, you will also be making up for thousands and thousands, maybe like 100,000 people. So like if one person has a frequency of 1,000, okay, so for you, now you can make up for 100,000 other people that don't have that frequency yet. So you can be that, you know, make up for 100,000 people on this planet whose frequency is still low, so that our consciousness can be risen on the earth, right? So like just say, for an example, 10 of us, so 100,000 times 10, you know, that's 1 million, right? So that's 1 million people right there that just this group can affect. So in the United States, there's 320 million. Well, that's already, what, 1/32nd? I don't know. I'm not the math major. Sat in the hallway in my math class. So yeah. So, but what that means is the more people that are doing this, right? And then plus added that to the last group of people that came through, right? So in 32 groups of people, we got the whole United States, right? We got it. We got you all covered, right? So just know that you're being, just by being, you are doing the work of 100,000 people. So congratulations. I don't want to put anything on your shoulders. This is not, oh, you don't have to do their work. Oh, absolutely not. But just by being, you can take up the slack for the frequency on this planet, and just know that you're raising it for everybody. So that's my wish for you, and my intent for you, to be a clear, focused beacon of light. So all the clearings can let go of all the darkness and all the different things that are blocking and standing in your way of being that light body and living in the experience that you desire and that you absolutely deserve. So with that, I think we're going to wrap this up. And make sure, of course, you get back with Carrie if you haven't already, and then me to get your 1 hour scheduled. And then we will meet back on May 8th. I'll send the email to you beforehand. And then if you would like to go into the physical level, let me know before May 21st. So we want to start in on that. So, and that we're going to dovetail in what we're doing with the, these trainings here will be perfectly segued into the level 2. So you're not going to be not ready, you will be ready. So this was fun. So I'm glad to have met you all in person and getting to know you a little bit better, and looking forward for your case studies. And as soon as you turn in 2, I'm going to send you your certification or your certificate, actually. So once in a PDF, and then if I have your address to you, if I don't have it, I'll ask you for it and I'll mail it to you. So with that, thank you so much again, and enjoy your day. We'll talk soon. Namaste.